Jen, you there? Why don't you start us off?
Your turn. Yeah.
Got me, Jamal?
I got you. I see you in the car. I see you. Whatever it takes. I like that. I like that.
Jamal, since week 8, this Seahawks defense has accounted for the second most sacks in the NFL. What's the biggest reason for that?
Just execution, effort, and just a want-to. I think that's what it's about when it comes to blitzing. Obviously, there's different techniques. As far as getting a jump on the ball or knowing a formation, but I think for us, it's just executing and having that want-to attitude.
Corbin?
From a blitzing standpoint, knowing how seriously you take film study, the Eagles have a lot of moving parts in their offensive line right now, moving tackles to guards out to tackle. Can that actually complicate things a little bit when you're trying to figure out keys and tells on offensive linemen going into a game, especially as a blitzer?
Right. Yeah. I don't think it's going to compliment myself or other guys over here. I think for us, it's something that we got to take advantage. Obviously, they're having different guys in and different units working together as a group. But that group is outstanding. They've been doing it for years plus. They have a lot of veteran presence, a lot of young guys that can step in as well and take on that role. Obviously, they have a lot of missing parts and moving parts, should I say. But it's not going to stop our game. We got to do what we do. We got to execute.
Masvita?
Hey, Jamal, I'm going to continue the blitzing questions here.
Right on.
How much is continuity? How much does continuity and communication play in becoming successful in blitzing?
Yeah, it's huge, man. Again, the back end doesn't eat if the front doesn't, eat as well, right? So we work hand in hand. We work together. And I think that's what makes it very special when we can get after the quarterback, when we have great coverage or vice versa, whatever the case may be. So, as long as we feed off one another, continue to execute, we'll continue to get to the quarterback.
Joe Fan?
Hey, Jamal, just curious, how do you feel like you've played in coverage this year? And then if there's areas where you feel like there's room for improvement, maybe
right.
Without having things.
Yeah, I've had one bad play versus Diggs, Stephon Diggs versus the Bills, and I went from being one of the guys that can take away all the tight ends to all of a sudden can't cover. So to answer your question, brother, I'm fine, man. I'm doing fine in coverage. I haven't been in a lot of man situations, believe it or not, but things can change, and I'm looking forward to those things changing.
Jackie?
Hey, Jamal, looking at Carson Wentz, what do you see from him on film?
Right, he's a very athletic quarterback, a guy that can take command, a guy that can lead the guys, lead the group. He's a competitor. Obviously, when he does take off, he's not looking to slide. He is looking to run you over or looking to make some yak yards, should I say? But he's an outstanding competitor. I know a lot of people were talking down on his game. But obviously we know what type of quarterback he is. He's an outstanding quarterback that has proven that he can do it, and he can make all the throws. So we're preparing like every other quarterback. It's not a letdown. It's no looking down on him or on what season he's had. Sometimes as an athlete you don't have the best years or you don't have the best games. But the most important thing is just being consistent. And as athletes, that's what we strive for. So he's going to come out there give it us. His best game. I know we're looking forward to it on Monday night. So we look, that's our focus.
Art?
Jamal, the COVID-19 spike is bearing down on all of us in various ways. Beyond football, do you have friends and family that are dealing with anything directly regarding the recent spike?
No, thank God. I've my little niece, she got sick, but it wasn't COVID. And thank God it wasn't. I'm very fortunate to not have any family members dealing with it. But we just have to keep praying, man, and keep wearing our mask and taking precaution.
Greg?
Jamal, we made a lot about this meeting that Ken Norton had with the defense before the Arizona game. What was unique about it? What did you get out of it?
You're talking about the Arizona game?
Yeah, right before the Arizona game, he had a meeting that Bobby Wagner and Pete Carroll have described as accountability and what the players
Right. Yeah. You know, it's just making sure everybody knows what they're doing. You know, understanding their job. You know, you got to handle your job first before you worry about somebody else's job. So, you know, it's just picking each other's brains, understanding that we can count on that person or they can count on me, whatever the case may be. So, it was a great meeting, something that I know we're going to continue to do. I'm happy we did it. I'm kind of used to it. That's what we did at the other place, where I was, and I enjoy it. I think it's very important to know that your teammate, he knows what he's doing as well. So that's pretty cool.
Michael, Sean.
Jamal, 2 questions for you if I can. First one, what's it been like having a locker next to Russell?
Well, damn. I don't have a locker next to Russell, but I wish I did. But nah. I'm about DK. Me and DK rock, man. Yeah. We rock. But no, Russ is, man. If I was next to Russ, I mean, regardless if I'm next to him or not, he's a guy that inspires me. He's a guy that he comes out each and every day, has the same attitude, ready to work. No matter what everybody's saying about him, if he has a bad game, he's still focused on the mission, and that's what it's about. Like, you can't worry about the outside world. You can't worry about a PFF rating. You can't worry about all the other stuff that doesn't even matter. You got to worry about the mission. Stay focused on the mission, man. So that's what we're about.
Second question, I know you're a big fashion guy. What goes into the perfect game day outfit for you? What's that process like?
Man, believe it or not, man, it's kind of stressful at times, just with timing and everything. But I always try to, come right, come correct, just show my personality and show what I enjoy outside of ball. You know what I mean? I'm really into fashion. We good? All right. I'm really into fashion, and I take it very serious. Some guys, feel they're really into fashion, but, hate to tell them they're not. But it's okay. I'm here to teach and here to give them all types of nuggets because I learned from a guy who's my style coach, and I'm like I said, I take it very serious, man.
You have a style coach?
I do.
Who's your style coach?
Allen, my guy Allen, man, big time. He's big time. I tag him on my photos at times. He's big time. Yep.
All right, Bob.
Jamal, Pete had said you were playing with one arm against Buffalo. I assume that's gotten better the last couple of weeks, or was that difficult to play?
Man, yeah. I've been playing with one arm for the past 2 weeks, and it's okay. It's whatever it takes. Obviously, the quick turnaround was Sunday to Thursday. That was pretty tough. It happened that Sunday. It didn't happen in the Buffalo game. Happened in the Rams game. First play of the game. Was playing terrible technique and got slammed. Very embarrassing, but it happens. So I came back obviously and finished the game, but the quick turnaround was very tough. Playing with one arm and dealing with a shoulder injury, but it's getting better, and that's the scary part. So watch out.
All right, Curtis.
Yeah, Jamal, how much can a game like Thursday night kind of be like a confidence booster and a springboard for the defense, given the performance that you guys put out there?
Right. Yeah, I thought we played outstanding. Probably one of our best games thus far. Just communication, executing, playing as one heartbeat. I think that's what it's about, man. And we're gonna continue to gel, continue to get guys healthy, because again, man, we haven't been to get together as one since week 1, and we were still, Dunbar and I were still learning the plays. I'm continuing to learn everything. So guys are, we're putting in these positions, but we still haven't been together all the way. And it's starting to come along. Guys are starting to get healthy. We're starting to, understand everything, understand what my teammates doing next to me, understand what I'm doing, what's my job responsibility. So that's the cool thing and the neat deal about this whole little thing, man. So we're just going to continue to get better. That's all we can do.
What do you think went so well for you guys?
Just execution. Communication. That's what it's about when it comes to defense, man.
All right, last one for Brady Henderson.
Hi, Jamal. What's been your impression of Pete Carroll as a coach? How would you describe your relationship that you built with him since you got here?
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I have not screamed at the guy. You can tell all the media outlets that, so I don't know where that came from. But I mean, I love him. I love him to death. He teaches me a lot. He wants me to be free a little bit more, and I'm trying to get used to that. Just trusting my instincts at times because, again, I'm still learning everything. So, again, man, I'm happy where I am right now. Obviously, I'm not happy about, having these injuries, but, sometimes things happen, and, it's part of the game. He's had my back this whole time. This organization has had my back this whole time. And like I tweeted out the other day, I won't fail. It just won't happen. You know what I mean? It's not about me, but I just won't fail as an individual. So I'm driven. I've always been driven to continue to do what I'm doing, no matter the losses, no matter the lessons. I'm going to keep being me. I know who I am as a person. I know what type of person I am on that field. So that's all that matters, man.
Thanks.
Indeed.
All right, thanks, Jamal. Will,
Appreciate
this
y'all.
leads up.
We're going to have to adjust that thing. A little bit taller than Jay.
All right, Bob, I believe you're up. A man who has his own stylist, I'm sure. Go ahead, Bob.
He's been fired several times. Will, what's your thoughts, obviously, on Greg going down? And I guess that was probably kind of a tough thing to see, but then also, does this sort of change your role a little bit with things going forward? Or?
Yeah, I mean, we're a close group, and so when Gio went down, obviously first thought was just to be with him. Me especially, just knowing what it's like going down, being kind of having to go through that battle. So first thing we thought of was just trying to pick Greg up, trying to be there for him. Thanksgiving comes around, and we're just trying to love up on Greg right now. And then the guys did a good job stepping up, finishing that game off, getting a win against Arizona. That felt really good, to get that done for him. So moving forward, I think the guys are excited. Like I said, we're a close group. We work really well together, and we'll kind of all attack the role together.
Tim?
Will, how would you sort of encapsulate your season so far, and how has your, I guess, overall health been coming back from the injury?
Yeah, I'm grateful to be playing. I think my first and foremost is how the team's doing, winning games. So, just to be in contention right now is kind of my main focus, and doing anything I can to help this team win. And I don't really look at expectations or goals or whatnot. I'm just trying to do my job to the best of my ability. And like I said, I'm grateful to be playing, grateful to be helping this team win.
Curtis?
Yeah, Will, just because we haven't had a chance to see him much, what's been your impressions of Colby Parkinson since he's been able to get out to practice with you? And did you know him at all when he was at Stanford and you were at UW and you crossed paths?
No, Colby was he's a younger guy, so we didn't really get a mix too much. I think we might have had one game against each other, but he's a sharp dude. I'm excited to get him out there, see what he can do, and let it rip a little bit. He's done a good job just working his tail off, getting back from his foot injury, and I think it's time for to let him rip. And he's going to be a good role for us, giving spills for Jake and I, and doing what he does best. And I think it's good. He's done a really good job picking up the schemes, blocking and passing. So we'll see what he can do.
Jackie?
Hey, Will. In the event that Chris Carson can come back this week, what will he do for this offense?
Yeah, Chris is a extra weapon. I think he brings a special kind of running style, and it's fun to block for him first and foremost. But so he's good. Carlos did an unbelievable job, and to have both those guys just adds a dynamic that we can add more weapons to this offense. The more weapons, the harder it is to stop. And between DK Locke and the tight ends and Demo, and it's just a lot. The list goes on for the names and weapons that we have on this offense. So we'll keep rolling. Chris is a guy that we love to block for, and he'll make some special plays for us.
Brady?
I will. Do you guys still have the fine system going on in your tight end room? And if so, who's in charge of that, and who's been responsible for the most fines so far?
Yeah, that's important. That's what keeps us close. Yeah, Luke's on. He's on to Baltimore doing big things for. We're proud of him. But he passed the gauntlet to me, so I'm in charge of the pen. So, Colby having a big week, we find him out pretty good. So it's fun. It was cool this week. We donated our money to help the kids whose parents are incarcerated, give presents to them. So that's kind of why we started the fine board, and hopefully we can raise the bar a little bit more.
How did you decide on that specific cause?
It's been tradition. The tight end, I think as soon as the fine board was created, that's kind of what it was for, was to help those kids, and then also have a little fun in the meeting room. And these weeks get on.
One more. I'm sorry. Is there like a specific name of the program or the charity that it's going to?
Pat's in charge. Obviously, I'm not doing. I got to step up my pen holding duties and get the name to you guys. But that's all I know. It's just a charity that we give presents to kids whose parents are incarcerated. So cool cause, and happy to help out.
Thanks.
Yep.
Ben?
Hey, Will. Russell has talked a lot, about how, important emotional kind of neutrality is for him, kind of staying constant, amid the highs and lows. Just from your perspective, like, what does that look like watching him? And, we've, kind of, he was struggling a bit, he had the turnovers and whatnot, and he kind of got back on track. In this past game, just what is it like seeing him kind of weather the storm, so to speak, and kind of get back on track?
Yeah, I've actually worked with Russ's mental coach, Trevor Moad, and so I definitely understand kind of where he comes from. And it was really cool to watch him go through that, watch him practice what he preaches, and the neutrality is just not letting the past affect what you're about to do. And I think everyone can take that message to heart. It doesn't matter what you've done in your past, where you've come from, but it's about making the steps and doing what it takes to win moving forward. So, just trying to be an echo for that guy as a team, when there's a negative play, a penalty, or the last, defensive possession didn't go well, we can't control those, and they've already happened. So there's no point in dwelling over what had happened. So it's from moving here, being neutral, not trying to overgas it or be extra positive, but what is it going to take in this moment to win the game? And I think just to watch him practice that over the past few weeks has been really cool. He's our leader. He's our guy. He's going to fight for 4 quarters, and something we can all learn from.
Have you ever been around someone that has as much kind of constant belief or optimism as him in your life?
I don't think I could. I don't think I could say that I have been. He's a special guy. You can obviously see why he's great, and it's a day in and day out. I think that's one thing he also talks about is your mindset. It's not just one time. It's who you are every day, and he really practices that and preaches that, and so it's been really fun. I mean, Coach Carroll probably, I guess, would be a close second of just, what it takes moving forward. It doesn't matter what had happened in the past. The first half doesn't matter. What happens is moving forward to win this game.
Last question, Bob Condotta.
Hey, Will, one more. In terms of coming off your injury this year, like the first game you played this year, did you feel like it was all the way back, or did it take a little time this year to sort of get, totally back and feel like you're...
Yeah, I would say, just without the OTAs and running through routes and stuff, it took me some time. I think fall camp was definitely a little bit rusty, but as weeks go on, I get more and more confident. But I would say I was totally back, running 100% speed, and being able to execute at a really high level. And I wouldn't have come back if I didn't think I was going to be able to do that. I think my PT and we did a great job just attacking it and knowing that we were ready to come back.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Appreciate you guys. Go Hawks.